Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about this viral incident that has happened, that has been spread all over the internet, of a hearing teacher berating a hard of hearing student over a Zoom call, claiming that the student is not paying attention and needs to try harder, And I want to talk about how this is not an isolated incident. This is very, very common. It was recorded by an able student who posted on a TikTok, and then it spread like wildfire after a couple of people have tweeted it out. And it got even more attention with folks like Roxanne Gay and other famous people tweeting it and talking about it. The video is about 2 minutes long, and it's a bit difficult to watch, especially if you are a deaf or hard of hearing person like the rest of us, so keep that in mind. Roll it.
Miss Salazar, I've been talking to you, Miss Salazar.
No, I can hear you a little bit.
You can hear me a little bit? Why didn't you answer all the times I spoke to you then? You know, thank you. Thank you. Why don't we talk sometimes? Why don't you email me? We'll set up a live Zoom, and we're going to have some real communication at some point in time, okay? Maybe you can have your counselor join us, okay? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Do that.
Professor, she's actually hard of hearing, so her translator goes in a little bit late. She can't respond, like, right away.
She's not paying attention. She's not trying. Are you her translator, Abigail?
No, I'm not by
translator, but I have a translator next to me.
It's slower on her end because she needs to get it translated, and then it goes to her hearing piece.
Okay.
So
Ms. Salazar, have your counselor speak with me because you've got too much distraction to even understand what's going on.
Yes, I do, because my translator is next to me explaining me everything that he's saying.
Okay.
So
Then maybe just have them teach you the whole class. That makes sense to me. I don't know. I don't understand it. But I see you laughing and smiling and giggling with somebody else. It doesn't seem to
because I'm
me
in a
like
good mood. Like, why should I be in a bad mood?
you shouldn't be in a bad mood. You should be paying attention to class.
I'm in a good mood.
All right. Whatever. Okay. Wait, in your terms. Whatever.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not arguing.
I understand.
Damn.
Have your counselor talk to me. Period.
And earlier he was cussing at the screen.
Have your counselor speak with me. Period.
I know. I have no problem. I wouldn't want you arguing with me.
Okay. Okay.
Like I'm disrespecting you, and you're just like attacking me.
Okay.
I
Okay.
said okay.
I'm not attacking. Not attacking you. I'm just significantly disappointed in you.
Okay.
That's all. That's all it is. Not attacking you. All right. Forget the cross-extensor reflex. It doesn't matter. You guys read about the cross-extensor reflex. I hope you don't fall down. If you understand it, you'll recognize how you maintain your balance. Okay?
Yeah, so like I said, it's pretty difficult to watch as someone who is deaf and has gone to mainstream schools her whole life and actually didn't have any accommodation whatsoever. I felt this. Teachers claiming that someone is not paying attention. I have 2 videos that I posted up that I'll link up here and down below. Check that out in the description box. One about my math teacher who was actually very similar to this person and would say that I wasn't paying attention, when I was asking for help even. And another one where my teacher was actually, another teacher was making fun of me because I couldn't complete notes because we were watching videos without captions. I am not the only deaf person this has happened to. It has happened to so many others, especially now with Zoom calls being a thing because of the pandemic. Education is even more difficult than it was just a year ago, 2 years ago, and even a year or 2 ago, it was extremely difficult. So while speaking deaf and hard of hearing people do have more privilege because of speaking privilege than deaf people who don't speak, they only sign. That's not to say that being a speaking deaf person doesn't come with its own difficulties. The second that a deaf person opens their mouth, everybody starts thinking that we actually hear better than we do, that we actually understand more than we do, that we're not actually deaf because we can talk. And when somebody says that they're hard of hearing, it's like that even makes it worse, I think, because people don't really think of hard of hearing as seriously as deaf. Like, it's this whole complicated thing using all these words, right? So when hearing people hear that someone is hard of hearing, they think, oh yeah, you just need us to speak up a little bit, you know, like we're not gonna worry about this. And what happens is teachers like these people, you're really just hearing people in general, don't even have to be teachers, we get this stuff from everybody. They get mad when we don't understand them. They get mad at all deaf people. They tend to get mad at all deaf people when we don't understand something. Why aren't you trying hard enough? Why aren't you reading our lips better? Because apparently all deaf people can read lips. You know, why, oh, if you got a hearing aid, why aren't you using it? Why isn't your hearing aid working? Why isn't your cochlear implant working? And it's just so frustrating. And what happens is all deaf people end up having to like do more accommodating to the hearing person than they actually give. It's just, oh, it's a mess. And the audacity that this teacher has to be like, okay, well, we're gonna talk to your counselor. Oh, you need to really try harder. We can't try to hear. The hearing is gone. It doesn't exist. We can't try harder. Now, granted, a lot of us will put in effort to like lip read or use residual hearing, but even when we say that we're trying our hardest to make an attempt, you can't learn to hear. Now, Salazar has accommodations. They said Salazar has a translator. I don't know if that means an ASL interpreter or a captioner. Is there an FM system? I don't really know. One of the students, Abigail, was standing up for Salazar, which I think is absolutely fantastic, because not a lot of hearing folks really step up to the plate to help us out. There are some that do, a lot that don't. And so it was really nice to see Abigail like stand up for, you know, her peer and be like, she's hard of hearing, like this is just how it is. And this teacher is like, oh well, are you her translator, and da da da, and just being so condescending, so rude to both of them. When this teacher is like, yeah, we're gonna talk to your counselor, like, what is this like pushing down that you're trying to do, and seem so intimidating? And it's so absolutely disgusting to have to see, and even more disgusting to actually have to experience. And I'm so sorry to Salazar that you had to go through that. Now, this incident went so viral because it's been retweeted so many times from so many different Twitter accounts. Ventura College, I don't know if Ventura College or an Oxnard College go together or whatever, I don't know how the system works, and they said something. The Ventura County Community College District is deeply troubled by the behavior seen in a video posted on social media by students on February 18th, showing an interaction between a student who is hard of hearing and an Oxnard College faculty member. The Ventura County Community College District is opposed to any language or behavior which is offensive or harmful to anyone based on gender, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, age, or disability, stated Board Chair Joshua Chancellor. Comments in the video do not reflect the district's values of integrity and honesty in action and word, respect, and constant pursuit of excellence. Oxnard College is wholeheartedly committed to treating all of our students with the utmost respect. We denounce discriminatory behavior or harassment of any kind, and we deeply remain resolved to providing a safe and welcoming learning environment for students of all backgrounds, commented Oxnard College President Luis Sanchez. We are all concerned regarding the student and faculty member interactions and will take appropriate actions at the conclusion of the investigation. We are committed to supporting the success of our students and will be reaching out to all students in the class to support them in their continued success, commented Chancellor Greg Gillespie. District leadership has initiated an investigation and placed a faculty member on an immediate administrative leave. This investigative process could take approximately 3 months, and the district is committed to being thorough and fair. So essentially, I think that means that this teacher is being put on paid leave, and I think I understand from a legal standpoint when they say that they're going through an investigation because legal things, but the evidence is right there. The evidence was recorded. This person is berating somebody because they're deaf or they're hard of hearing. It's right there. What other evidence do you need? And also, that wasn't even actually an apology. It would have been nice to have an apology, but okay. I'm so tired of having to see so much discrimination against deaf people, against disabled people, etc., at schools. Deaf K through 12 education is already on a struggle. That is a whole different topic onto itself, which if you think this is bad, I want you to also learn about deaf K through 12 education. Alright, it's not good. It's not pretty. And then this is something that happens all the time. Go through deaf Twitter, go through disabled Twitter, and read about other disabilities and other disabled students and the crap that we have to go through just to try to get some sort of access to education. And honestly, if you really had an issue with a student not paying attention and not trying hard enough, if you really wanted to make a comment about it, wait until after class to do it and don't embarrass them in front of everybody on your Zoom call. That makes it even worse than however worse it already is. And to all the people, to all the celebrities that are aghast about this, like my pal Emily said on their Twitter, this is not new. And why did it take a hearing person and recording it and putting it up on TikTok for y'all to pay attention when we have been talking about this for so many years? Now is the time to start following more than just your hearing peers. Start following disabled people, start listening to disabled people, listen to deaf people, because we have been talking about this for years and years and years, but nobody listens to us when we're talking about it. Of course some do, but let's just use this for emphasis, right? Because even that's not new. We'll tell people that, hey, we've been going through this, we're going through that, we'll talk about this as it's happening right now, and nobody really pays attention. But the second that an abled or a hearing person records it, puts it up, everybody's suddenly like, what is going on? And it happens with everything that's like disability related, and that sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that it's getting the attention. I just wish it didn't always take someone even more privileged to announce it and then everybody listens to them, whereas we've been saying it for so long, and because nobody's listening to us, this still happens. It just sucks. Honestly, I don't really know how I feel about the teacher being on paid leave, and I don't know why this investigation has to take 3 whole months when everything is right there. But okay, I guess we'll have to see what happens in about 3 months. But long story short, if you want to be a teacher and this is the kind of stuff that you might end up pulling, don't become a teacher. It's already more difficult for us to go through this before the pandemic and now during the pandemic. It's already difficult. We're already trying. We're already stressing ourselves out even more than everybody else. Just trying to get education, just trying to get work. And embarrassing deaf students, deaf people like that, hard of hearing people like that, especially publicly, is extremely inappropriate. That's all I have to say on that matter. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Do you think there needs to be an investigation that's 3 months long? Do you think that the teacher should be on paid leave or no leave, no pay at all, just straight up fired? Let me know. I appreciate you watching. If you're new here and you want to learn more about disability accessibility, I have a whole bunch of videos on that, and you know, just look up more disabled, more deaf people, and really learn from us, because this is such a serious matter that really needs to be more aware of, and we need to be listened to more. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you later. Bye.